What can you say, really? What can you say? 5-0 away from home, 5 away goals. What can you say? Unreal performance, really. You know, goals all over the pitch as well. Scored the most amount of different goal scorers in the Europa League this season. It's superb stuff. My way, I'm Kieran from Red Door Weekly. If you haven't already, please leave a like and also subscribe to the channel if you are new as well. And also, I do apologise for not doing a preview for this stream. Well, for the game. Sorry, I was just a bit too busy. But I mean, the performance. Even if we only play a handful of games more this season, maybe the Spurs game will be the last game. Who knows? Depending on whether that even goes ahead. But if this is the way we go out this season, what a way to go out. A 5-0 win, comprehensive win. And yes, obviously, LASK weren't great. They were poor. You have to say that. They weren't a great side. I mean, Pereira scored against them, so they're not brilliant. But you have to beat what's in front of you, and going away from home, even though they didn't have their kind of intimidating home atmosphere that they'd usually have, going away from home against a team like that, who have had some decent scalps this year, beat Sporting, beat AZ Alkmaar as well. So they're not a bad side, really, in the Europa League this season. So to go away from home and win 5-0, that comprehensively, and it was getting silly towards the end, really, even though they had a few chances themselves and probably should have done a bit better, could have scored a few goals, and they didn't take those chances. We were just clinical every time. We were through on goal, we tucked it away, and it could have been 7 or 8 in that game. It really could. But just nice to see that we're clinical. We've equaled Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's best unbeaten run, and obviously that equals the run he had when he first took over the job. But this coronavirus thing has just come at the wrong time, because we're starting to really play some unreal football going forward, and it's so frustrating because we are really building up momentum right now, and to be 10 unbeaten, to just win 5-0, come off the back of a Derby Day win as well, to get back up for a game like that behind closed doors and win 5-0 like that has to be commended, because a lot of teams after a big game like that will kind of slump in performance, but we got back up and we did the business. And it does mean that if the Europa League continues, which I don't think it will, to be honest, but if they do decide to try and play the games behind closed door and try and finish the competition, then we basically sealed our place in the quarterfinals. Obviously, I'm not sure if that's realistically going to happen, but it seems like we have. Welcome, Red Devil Studio. Thanks for joining, G. Really appreciate it. Make sure to check out his channel if you haven't already. Red Devil Studio in the chat there right now. Make sure you check it out if you haven't already. Didn't watch the game, but what a result. Sadly, due to coronavirus, this may be our last week. Yeah, well, totally agree with both of what you said there. Exactly, it's a superb result, really. 5-0. Obviously, LASK weren't great. They weren't at their best. It was obviously classic blooper, bit of a blooper there, lads. But yeah, ultimately, if Andreas Pereira is scoring, goals from 30 yards out against you, you're not a great side, let's be honest. But fair play to him. He did score a goal, which is, collector's item, if anything, and probably the weirdest way to go out this season, if that is the last game we play this season. Andreas Pereira goal from 30 yards out, but fair play to him. It's the 5th goal. And Greenwood as well. Greenwood as well getting a goal, and when he came on, you could see when he celebrated, he was frustrated at the fact he wasn't being picked. But that's what he needs to do when he gets his chance to come on, score the goals, and really make a selection problem for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. But yeah, it's good to see that everyone's getting in and amongst the goals. Unfortunately, it looks like these might be the last few games this week that Man United are going to play this season, which is so frustrating. We may see that in the Premier League they continue to try and play games behind closed doors, but I'm not really sure how long that's going to last. So we'll see. Do you think Ighalo has done enough to sign him? It's an interesting point. Again, scoring for us 4 goals in 3 games for Odion Ighalo. So happy with him. I mean, what a goal. He took that so well. Unbelievable. I mean, people call him the Nigerian R9, and to be fair, a goal like that for R9 Ronaldo, it wouldn't be out of place. it wouldn't be out of place for someone like him to score that sort of goal. Juggled it 3 times, lashed it into the top corner. Unreal finish from him. But yeah, I think Ighalo's done really, really well. And again, it's an interesting one because I think if he on what he's done, he's had a really, really good impact. I think a lot of people, when he first came into the team, didn't rate him, thought he was, not the sort of quality that we need to be bringing into the club. And I did kind of agree that I thought it was a bit of a panic buy, but he's actually done very, very well. He's very good at holding up the ball. He's got a decent touch on him, and I think I would like to keep him, to be honest with you. Now, obviously, we've only seen him in 4 games this season, and if this coronavirus stuff, wasn't as serious as it was, we'd obviously be able to see a few more games before the end of the season, so we'd know for definite whether we should sign him or not. But what he's done so far is very, very good. It's very, 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 very strong. And you can see that he's a striker. You can see that he's an out-and-out striker, someone who's got finishing in his blood. He knows how to finish. He knows where the goal is. And, you can see that with some of the clinical finishes he's done. So, I mean, I would be very happy to keep him. Obviously, I'm not sure what the signing fee is, what the kind of money kind of debate is with that. I'm not sure what the clause is for signing him. But if we can get him on a low price, which I'm sure we can, then, I think that wouldn't be a bad signing. Even if next season he's not as involved as he is this season, even having him as a bench option isn't bad because, to score 4 goals in 3 games, yes, they're against lesser opposition, but he has done well. He has done well. Dazza, thanks for joining. Really appreciate it. Make sure to check out his channel if you aren't already. Daryl, I'm not going to be on for too long, to be honest with you, mate. But of course, I'll get you on. I'll get you on again very, very soon because we did that little bit of we did that last time, obviously for the last review as well, and it actually went really, really well. I thought the kind of the split screen and that worked well. So yeah, I'll definitely get you on again, Daryl. Don't worry about that. But I probably won't be on for too much longer. So yeah, but thanks for joining anyway. Really appreciate it. For me, again, man of the match, I thought that. Well, Bruno Fernandes was great once again. Should have had a few assists really, and could have had a few assists if our finishing was a bit better. Even though we won the game 5-0, so he was brilliant. Fred played a fantastic pass. Mata as well. I think Mata actually, since coming into the team, has actually gone under the radar a bit. He's actually played quite well for himself, especially for a player that a lot of people thought was kind of a bit deadwood at the start of the season. He's actually coming up with some important goals and some important moments in games, and obviously he got the goal again today for himself. I think he has to get man of the match as well. I thought defensively we were solid. Yes, obviously they had a few chances LASK where they should have done a bit better, but another clean sheet for Sergio Romero as well, who didn't really have to make any sort of saves of significance. So, he's still got his clean sheet, and I don't know how many clean sheets he's got now, but it's a ridiculous amount. Best Europa League goalkeeper. I mean, again, I'm not sure whether we're even going to finish the Europa League this season, but if we do, and we do, win the competition, 2 Europa League for Sergio Romero, has to be probably up there, one of the best Europa League goalkeepers of all time, with the amount of clean sheets and just the consistency of his performance. Yes, in games he doesn't really have to do much, but when he's called upon, he produces, and that's all you can ask for in a goalkeeper, really. So fair play to Sergio Romero. I thought we were great. I thought, as I said, Odion Ighalo as well. It's difficult to pick a man of the match because all over the pitch, even the likes of Greenwood and Chong that came on, they played well. Daniel James, for me, got into some really, really good positions and obviously scored his goal. And I was so happy for him when he scored because, someone... the first goal he scored in 32 games, a lot of people getting on his back, but you could see how relieved he was and how happy he was to score that goal. And it was a really well taken goal, to be fair, from him. And he could have had one in the first half if it wasn't for a save from the last keeper. But Daniel James, hopefully that gives him confidence, and we can go forward with that. As Mo has said, hitting form at the wrong time. Welcome, Mo. Thanks for joining, as always. But yeah, I think. Yeah, it's annoying, isn't it? It's annoying. We're just starting to, hit our best on beating runs since Ole Gunnar Solskjaer joined the club, or equaling it at least. And we're battering teams, we're beating Man City, and it's just frustrating that we're probably not gonna we're probably not going to see out the season. We're probably not going to see out the Europa League as well. But we'll see what happens. I think the game against Spurs will probably go ahead behind closed doors. I mean, it could change. The situation is ever changing, and it seems like what the government has said, what Boris Johnson has said, is that they're considering stopping sporting events, but they haven't actually gone to that sort of action yet. So I reckon they'll let whatever plays out on the weekend behind closed doors, and then they'll make a decision about it. All right. Well, no, Dazza, I was just going to say that I'm not sure how much longer I'm going to be on for, but I will get you on the next one, pal. I am going to be doing one with Matthew Jones as well, formerly of United Fan Focus and all that, like United comments, all that sort of good stuff. You guys know him on the channel, and he's making a return. So I'm looking forward to getting him on as well. But Daryl, I'll have you on as well, mate. It'll be good. Moses, I'm really starting to enjoy watching this team play again. Exactly. Just watching this team play, it was superb tonight, really. The way we went forward with such purpose. And, a lot of people question Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and say his tactics are wrong. He's not the right guy for the job. But for me, what I'm seeing right now, why not? Why not? He's playing some superb football, or his team is playing some superb football, and I don't see any reason to change it at this moment in time. And obviously, I asked my Twitter followers this question: if we don't get top four because of the coronavirus thing, because they decide to kind of just stop the league as it is, and we don't get top four, we don't get Champions League, is it still right for people to want Ole Gunnar Solskjaer to be sacked because we didn't get Champions League? And a lot of people said no. And, for me, I think he's actually doing a decent job so far. And even though, yes, we started the season very, very poorly, you have to give him credit where credit's due. We're playing a really, really good style of football. Our tails are up right now. And as you said, Mo, it's just it's frustrating, really, that this might be one of the last times we see this team all season, because that momentum that we're going to lose from not playing games could really turn out to hurt us, because it depends how long this situation goes on for, of course. If we decide to kind of if we decide, if this coronavirus thing goes on for only a couple of weeks and we can get back out to playing, then it shouldn't be a problem. But if it's going to go on for a month or two, then it's gonna be difficult. It's going to be difficult to actually have anything or bring back that momentum, really. Which is annoying. It really is frustrating. And obviously, look after yourselves out there, and look after your loved ones as well, because it's a weird time and it's a dangerous time as well. So make sure you look after your loved ones. Luckily, I'm not in the age bracket which is that susceptible to it. Obviously, I can still get it; it'll still affect me. But I'm I'm in a fortunate position where I don't have any underlying health issues, and I'm a healthy kind of young person. So I'm all right in that case. There's a lot of people who aren't, and keep safe out there. Keep safe. Welcome to TTH Productions. Let's go 5-0 FC. I'll tell you what. I remember at the start of Jose Mourinho's second season, it was 4-0 FC. 5-0 FC just has a better ring to it, I reckon. 5-0 FC. Mo thinks Ollie's earned another year. I hope so. I hope we keep him, and I think the board, with what we've done in the transfer market, bringing in Bruno Fernandes, I don't think they would have done that if they were thinking about sacking him at the end of the year. So if you're someone who's hoping that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is going to get sacked, I wouldn't get your hopes up. I really wouldn't, because why would they give Ole Gunnar Solskjaer Bruno Fernandes if they were going to think about life without him? I just don't see it. I think the board are going to back him for at least another season. And I'm all for it personally. I'm Ole in. I'm fully Ole in. And obviously, I've seen some people saying that everyone's been Ole out at some point. But if you've watched my videos, I've never been Ole out. I really haven't. I think that wanting Ole out wouldn't have changed anything. I don't think that if we let go of him, I don't see how that's gonna change the way we play football or anything. So. But obviously, everyone's entitled to their opinion, and of course, I respect that. Of course, if you are Ole out, as TTX says, then I totally respect it. I do. I totally respect where you're coming from. He says he's Ole out, but you have to give credit where credit's due. I think that's a very, very intelligent response, I would say. Very, very intelligent response. He's done well. Obviously beating Man City the way we did, even though Man City didn't play great, you have to beat what's in front of you, and to go out and get 5 away goals and play the way we did is fantastic. He's got result improved players. Yeah, couldn't sum it up better myself. Really, could not have summed it up better myself. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. This might be one of the last reviews I do of the season, which will be sad, really, because as I said, I enjoy doing these sort of videos for you guys and just talking about Man United and stuff. Of course, you never know what's going to happen with the school situation or the university situation as well. They might still, obviously, they announced they weren't going to cancel or anything, but you never know what's going to happen with that, really. So yeah, we'll see, but. TTS has got the lads playing for him, change the environment hopefully for next manager, just come in and win Foundation. To be fair, that is a point I've heard a lot of people make. I've heard a lot of people make that similar point, saying that obviously the good foundation that Solskjaer puts on the ground will be good for someone like a Pochettino to come in, and then they've got more experience to do the business. And I can see where you're coming from, definitely. Moses, I have to admit, I don't think Ole was right man for the job a couple of months ago. The facts are this team is finally starting to show a bit of form, but most importantly, consistency. Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right. I think Solskjaer, he's someone who's just obviously he's a club legend, and I wouldn't want him to get sacked ever, ever. But the way we're playing right now, I think. As I said, consistency is the key. Consistency is the key. As I always say, consistency is the key. And we're 5-0 tonight, 2-0 against Man City. The proof is in the pudding, really. The proof is in the pudding. Yeah, exactly. We're churning out results right now. And as I said, it's unfortunate this coronavirus thing has come up. It is unfortunate. But guys, I'm probably going to leave it there. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel as well if you're new. And yeah, thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys in a bit.